right, let's see if this is on. All right, guys, testing. What's up, guys? Good afternoon. Welcome aboard to the aftermarket recap. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. My apologies. I've been kind of going back and forth with this Real Madrid-Chelsea match on Champions League. So I'm a Real Madrid supporter. I've actually been to a game in the Bernabeu. It's an amazing stadium. So hopefully Real Madrid can score while I'm doing this video as I'm watching. Bayern Munich was just knocked out. So let's go back to what's really important, the markets. Let's go ahead and do it. Bottom right hand corner of your screen, click on that white logo, turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel. Like our videos, make sure you hit that like button. Really do appreciate it as always. My apologies for my my voice. I'm still kind of getting over this congestion. All right, the Dow is down 87 points today. We were popped up really nicely this morning, then we faded, basically gave away all of that CPI pop. Tomorrow we do have PPI, so that's producer price index. So let's see what we get with that. Nasdaq down 3.30%. Again, pump and dump. The VIX actually closed red, down 0.45%. S&P down 0.34%. Equal weight S&P pretty much favored the same. Small caps did gain 0.32% at 197.16. The dollar closed above 100 on the index. Yields actually did fall too, 2.725%, as we actually had a strong 10-year auction today. Silver did gain 1.38%, gold up 0.77%. Let's see. Oh, Real Madrid just scored. Yes. Oh, sorry, this is like totally live. Who scored? Oh, let's see. Let's see. I don't think I can show this on YouTube. And that. Oh, who else? Benzema. Benzema with the score. Yes. Sorry, Chelsea fans. Come on, baby. All right, back to it. High yield credit gained 0.77% on the bonds. So again, that's a good sign. Investment grade actually stayed green. So again, bonds were bid today. So that's kind of a good sign. Let's take a look at crude oil, up 7% today, closed about $100. Near $101. $3.17 for gasoline per gallon, 5.74% to the upside. So again, the metals, commodities did bounce today. Bitcoin below 40,000, 39,515 on the future side. Ethereum below 3,000 on the future side as well. So again, we could see that we're getting that kind of correlation with the NASDAQ and crypto. So again, what we got was a pop and drop. So again, we had Biden speak today regarding controlling costs and what have you. Let's see if we go ahead and retest. We retested now basically the pop and see if we can continue the upside. What we did here on S&P futures is really just retest the lows of the night, which was right around 2 in the morning. And then 43.71 is still holding as support. That's a big level. You could see it's still holding up here. That's 61.8 fib, again, depending on how you draw it. But again, we're still below the 50 here. We're still below every major moving average on the daily. On the hourly, same as before too. Again, still holding up that 43.71 level. If we take a look at NASDAQ futures, you can see kind of the same deal, still hovering around 13,826. If we bring up Qs, same deal in terms of the Fibonacci levels, still holding up above that 78.6 fib. Kind of very similar to NASDAQ. So again, NASDAQ underperforming the broader market, but again, still kind of relatively close in terms of nearing Fibonacci support levels. Let's see if we get a bounce tomorrow and continue. We do have PPI tomorrow. Maybe CPI gives us that preview to better than expected, still high inflation results, but in the producer side. Good afternoon, Carlos. Good price to buy Microsoft. Let's take a look at it. On Microsoft, let's go and bring up the daily. That's how I look at it when it comes to investing. Nothing has really changed here. Again, I mean, there's a gap to the upside. I think Microsoft is good at any price, to be honest. But again, I still think they're an amazing company to own. 260 is my level. If we can go ahead and just retest that from last year's level of around June, then I would possibly buy more. Again, I still love Microsoft. Holding it forever. Love it. Thoughts on Robinhood? I actually use Robinhood, but I don't own the stock. I'm not interested really in owning it. They were up today marginally, but again, to own it, I mean, let's see what they do down the line. Maybe get profitable first to be good, but not a huge fan of Robinhood, no. Thoughts on Verizon? Verizon, you're owning this for the yield. And again, it's a great company to have and to hold and to own long term. Again, I used to own it in my IRA as a value stock, and then I sold it for Apple. Apple's more growth, as we know, but again, Verizon, you could just rack up the dividends as you go along. Let me see the yield here. BZ stock. I'll go ahead and go to Google. 4.77 dividend yield, that's pretty great. I mean, that's as solid as it gets from a great company like Verizon. So if you're trying to build a dividend portfolio, definitely Verizon needs to be on it. Can you chart Google support and resistance levels? Sure. Let's go ahead and go to the RSI chart. Let's see where Google is. It is down today. That's RSI, excuse me. RSI is already here. We're nearing oversold level so far on the daily. Looks like we're going to retest that 2,500 level, which is exactly where I want to buy. So $67 off. Let's see if we can get there. 24.92 is the lowest level we got. So 2,500, 24.92 is what I'm looking for. Resistance would be right this gap fill, 26.75, which is about $110 or so where it's currently at. I still think Google is an amazing company. You want to own it for long term like I am. If you're looking to keep Google, I wouldn't want to trade it just for the simple fact it's so expensive in terms of options. But remember, guys, we have a lot of stocks that are having splits. Shopify is doing a split, Amazon's doing a split, Google's doing a split. So again, it's going to be a little easier for others to go ahead and actually trade these names that we've always been kind of priced out of, especially for wanting to give signals. I don't want to send a $12 trade to clients or to our members. Again, I just want to make sure that we're kind of stuck in that, cents range, all the way to around $2.50. Sometimes it gets to around $5, but again, Google gets to around $13, $20 an option, just like Amazon, and we don't want to trade those. They're just too damn expensive in terms of what I'm paying for. So again, once we get those splits, Shopify, Google, and Amazon, we'll start looking to trade those more. Remember when NVIDIA also had their split as well. So let's see where we go from there. Do you drink? Do I drink? Shop no longer needs to split, right? Drink what? I mean, drink alcohol? Sure, once in a while, but not all the time. No, not a heavy drinker. Why a pump and dump? The war? Really, the pump and dump really came from the CPI kind of digestion. And again, I'm not seeing any real big catalyst in terms of news that came out today, other than we had the 10-year bond yield. So again, it looks like it's kind of the sell the rip and buy the dip kind of scenario is what we're getting in the market short term. That's how you kind of have to trade it. And it's just kind of frustrating, especially on a short week. Volumes were heavier than yesterday, so that's a good sign. So we're getting a little pickup in volume, but again, short week is also to blame too. Anything you can say on Sam ID? Appreciated. I don't know what Sam is. Sam Adams, the actual beer company. Don't know much about them in terms. I'm not a big investor in them. I don't know any shares. But again, this is a consumer discretionary play. So again, you don't need alcohol to survive, obviously. Well, maybe some do. But again, look at the daily. Again, there's a big gap to fill from that earnings. Then we had earnings again, and then it continued to kind of go sideways here. We're going to go to the 3-year chart, a weekly, and you can see that we're kind of retesting support right around 351. If you want to go and buy this stock kind of on the cheaper side, you can get to around 300. Let me go ahead and see exactly if they pay a yield or anything special. No yield, but their PE ratio is very high. So 322, it's an expensive name to own. Maybe a Constellation Brands would be a little better. Maybe a DPZ would be better if you're looking for a little more discretionary play. But Constellation would probably be the better suited one because it's a little cheaper and they're a little more diversified than just Sam Adams. I remember Constellation also has some ownership of CGC, which is cannabis, and then they also make Corona. And my take is I like Corona more. Do you sell the dump today? I did not sell the dump today. No. If you had to pick between SHIB or Polygon, which do I prefer? I would say Polygon. That's what I own more of. But I did make money on SHIB, and I sold that. That was last year when I was in Dallas. But again, I like Polygon more. Matic. I own more of that. But again, we'll see where we go in terms of crypto. Again, crypto's just following along that NASDAQ analog. If the NASDAQ goes down, then crypto's going to go down with it. It's not an inflation hedge. At least we all know that now with crypto. It's it's an asset that is very speculative still. But again, look where we are. We're still around 40,000. Let's see if we can pick up a little bit and crypto gets really adopted as we go along. Maybe we'll see regulations kind of hold back a little bit. Tons of stuff, moving parts with crypto. So again, if I believe if the NASDAQ does bounce, which I think it will, crypto will as well. So we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I'm going to to this match of Champions League. Have a good one, guys.